Ladies and gentlemen, this is White Lightning 777, here to talk to you tonight about a Democrat psyop that has had some success dividing up MAGA. The undercover official doing this, a DNC operative known as Nick Fuentes, has been successfully dividing up the right by beclowning the right. Those who beclown the right work for the left. See, there's one book, it's easy to tell who has Saul Alinsky's books, Rules for Radicals, on their bookshelf, because Groypers don't. Anybody familiar with the leftist tactics described in Rules for Radicals will clearly understand that Nick Fuentes is a DNC operative that apes and acts like and mimics right-wingers with the purpose of discrediting the right wing. We have to ask ourselves a simple question. Is Nick Fuentes increasing both the white and minority vote for MAGA? No, he's telling people to stay home. He's blackpilling people. Are people giving Republicans more or less money because of Nick Fuentes? The answer is obviously no. He's scaring people away. He's breaking up Trump's coalition. Has Nick Fuentes said anything different about the Epstein file hoax from Democrats? No. Like other Democrats, he thinks that he says Trump is on the files. He says Trump is being blackmailed. And I covered this in a previous video called Black Pillars Say You're Dumb. But the fact is, Fuentes, if he had his way, all patriots, all white patriots and MAGA people would stay home and give him money instead, doing nothing, which would result, if his dreams come true, to a 50-state victory for Democrats. Those who beclown the right work for the left. Like the Bible says, you judge a tree by its fruits. And I don't care what's in his mind. I don't care if you can, but I don't, he's a useful idiot. But the fact remains that Democrats in Hollywood have a lot of talent in the acting professions. There are certainly leftist comedians that would give him acting training and teach him how to speak and create a persona for him. Hollywood's good at that. And the leftists own Hollywood. They could give him all the training he wants to make him as convincing as he wants to be. But the fact is, if the right wing gets blackpilled, America becomes a Soviet republic. It's that simple. I'll repeat this again. If the right wing gets blackpilled, America becomes a Soviet republic. And that's exactly what Fuentes and his fellow DNC, CCP, syndicate operatives want to happen. They want to Sovietize our country, and he is the means to do it. We have to realize that how does this psyop work? Well, the Democrats have good cops, guys like Zohan Maldani that promise you all this free stuff, or AOC that is looks physically attractive and says that, and spreads dreams of utopia. That's the good cop. Fuentes is the bad cop. And the reason the police use good cop, bad cop is typically to get criminals to change their behavior or to confess the crimes they've committed. The same process works if you scale it up. What works on an individual also works on a population. This is a psyop. And to make matters worse, look who he sleeps with. He sleeps with Destiny. He sleeps with a notorious leftist, open leftist, who is also a pedophile. What more proof do you want that he's a leftist? He's literally sharing his body with a left-wing communist pedophile. Destiny is a satanic communist pedophile. And Fuentes is sleeping with him. I mean, what more proof do you have? Someone was literally caught colluding with the enemy on a porn tape that's gone around the internet. It's disgusting. I mean, I suffered through it once. I'll never look at it again. I don't advise anyone watch it. But seriously, buy the book Rules for Radicals by Alinsky, even though he's a Jew. So what? It's important when the enemy speaks, it is important to listen. So that way you know what they're going to do. The Fuentes character phenomenon was described in Rules for Radicals decades before Nick Fuentes was even born. Let that sink in for a moment. Alinsky told Democrats to fabricate characters like Fuentes to beclown the right for the purposes of discrediting the right. And he also talked about many other psyops and techniques that are even more diabolical. If you are right-wing and you want MAGA to win, it is important to understand the enemy. It's more important. In fact, you know, the old saying, keep your friends close and your enemies even closer. Well, that's true. I mean, I would advise finding the book online for free or, you know, paying as little for it as possible. But you definitely need to read the book Rules for Radicals. In fact, the first edition of it was even dedicated to Lucifer. This is White Lightning 777 signing out. Long live the Republic. Remember, judge a tree by its fruits. And if you have time this Sunday, go to an Orthodox church and become Christian. Long live the Republic. Long live our empire.